Okay, hey Faith Squad, this is me again, back with another video. So, in this video, I want to talk about the narcissistic smear campaign. Now, this is something that has really affected me. I'm going to be honest. When a smear campaign happens to you, it's very heartbreaking. Like, it just feels like somebody just took your heart, stomped on it, and just broke it into a million pieces. I'm going to discuss with you how I found out about the smear campaign and then just the stuff that I've gone through. So, the first time I realized that a narcissistic smear campaign was being ran, I'm trying to tell you guys the story without giving too much away because, certain people, I don't even want to talk about them. That's how much they just don't even need to be talked irrelevant. They don't even need to be relevant in this video, but I'm going to just try my best to explain it without giving too much away, just in case I do have narcissistic people or flying monkeys going back and telling the narcissist what I'm saying. And this was one of the main reasons why I was hesitant for years to even put these videos out here, because it's like, I don't want to be any more of a target than I already am, but this is when I started to realize that something was off with this particular person. So I knew something was off because anytime I would invite this person around one of my so-called friends, now I realize that these people were never my friends, but at the time I thought they were my friends. She would talk to them. I wouldn't even know that she was smearing me behind my back, but she would talk to them and be extra friendly with them. She would basically take on my friends as if they were her friends. And I'm not that type of person to be selfish, or I'm not petty or childish like that where, well, she's my friend but the narcissist is though. And I can't share her, she was my friend first. Like, no, I'm not like that. So if I'm friends with somebody and you happen to click and gel with that person, you guys have some things in common with each other, and you want to hang out without me or be cool with each other, I'm fine with that. Who am I to dictate or try to control who becomes friends with who? But it was just like something was off. And one thing about me, I am an empath, and maybe I'll do a separate video on that, but basically is an empath is someone who you can just feel people's energy. You can tell when something is off. And I've been this way since I was a little girl. Some people even say it's like having a gift of discernment, where you can just tell when something just doesn't feel right. Some ways that I can tell, I look at, and then that's another thing about me, I'm very observant. So I look at body language, I look at facial expressions, energy, like just even your tone of voice. Like when I meet people, I'm just very observant because I just notice and I pick up on everything. I'm very wise as well. My grandmother raised me to be this way. And it's kind of like I have an old soul where I can just tell when things are just off course. So anytime she would get around these people, these so-called friends, they started acting funny towards me. And then pretty much they would like start calling me names. Some of them would like start disrespecting me, and it just came out of the blue, out of nowhere. Because before the narcissist got around the friends, me and the friends never really got into it like that. Like I had positive relationships with the people that I'm talking about. And one of the things that the narc said that stood out to me was, she was like, so many people love you, so many people like you, you're so popular, not one person has said anything negative about you. And at first I thought it was a compliment when she said that, but looking back on it, it was like she was mad about that. Because that's one thing about narcissists, they are pathologically envious. They're jealous and they're envious, malicious people. So she was really jealous of me, of the fact that it was a lot of people liking me, because that's just how it is. People are just automatically drawn to my energy. It's been like this since I was young, you know what I'm saying? But she was saying it like it was a negative thing. Like, nobody got anything negative to say about you. Like, at the time, I didn't know what she was thinking, but now I'm thinking she was she was probably saying in her mind, I'm going to change that. Since so many people like you and you have these friends who care about you, I'm going to change that and make sure everyone hates you. So everyone can like me and they can look at you like you're this bad, evil person, you know? And sure enough, that's what happened with this narcissistic person. This narcissistic person in my family has went out of her way to turn people against me, like some of the people who meant the most to me. And she would smear my name behind my back, and she would smear my name in front of my face. Like, she got real bold. Because back then, I'm going to be honest, I didn't have the voice that I have now to speak up for myself and to defend myself. So that made me even more of a target for the narcissistic bully. If I was real shy and timid and quiet and I just wasn't really outgoing, you know, like I'm still introverted. I'm a little bit of both. I can be introverted, but I can also be outgoing and stuff like that. But back then I was like real shy, you know, and it was like slowly but surely, like the people who used to like me, they used to love me. They just started becoming enemies of mine, and they would like bully me they would go with the narcissist and they would like bully me. They would like talk about me to my face. And it was like devastating because I'm like, what type of, first of all, what type of family member is this? Like sometimes it's expected for so-called friends to stab you in the back and to turn against you. But when it's your family, like somebody who you grew up with, you're not expecting this. And that's what makes it so devastating and hurtful, because sometimes it comes from the people that you least expected. But I'm here to tell you, if a smear campaign works on somebody who you think is a so-called friend, that friend was never your friend to begin with. Even with a family member, anybody, a boss, co-worker, because it's narcissists in workplaces too. Anybody who turns against you easily like that and they listen to the narcissist lies, when the narcissist sits back and says that you're a bad person and you're this evil villain and there's no evidence that you're this bad person, like that's one of the things that the narcissist never really had. The narcissist never had any evidence that I was a bad person. What was I doing? I was in college, getting my degree, minding my business, doing well, you know. Eventually I end up graduating. So the only thing that I can think of is jealousy, pure jealousy and hatred. Because I was never doing anything to trigger these people and to make them just, oh, I don't like her. Oh, you know, she's evil. What am I doing that's so evil? And that's one of the things that the narcissist can never say, can never tell you. They can never tell you what you're doing that's so evil. It's just, oh, she's evil. Nobody likes her. So that's another thing that a lot of them say too. They'll be like, nobody likes you. You have no friends. Nobody cares about you. They're just manipulative and conniving. That's what they want you to feel. They want you to feel lonely. They want to get you isolated so they can have full control over you. It's a demonic spirit. It's the Jezebel spirit. I'm telling you. And when I go on YouTube and I look at other videos and look at comments of what other people are saying, it's like they're reading a page from my story. Because it's the exact type of behavior. That's how I know it's a demonic spirit. Like the part where she says, nobody likes you. She says it to the people. She says it to people who she can't control. Because she's even done it to my fiance too, where she'd be like, nobody likes you. Nobody cares about you. You have no friends. It's crazy. Like, it's like childish too. Because what are we, like 6? Like, are we elementary school kids, or are we grown adults? Like, even if that is the case where nobody likes me, you know, I know that's not the case, because there's a lot of people who do love me. But of course, in life, that's normal. It's going to be people who are not going to like you. Look at the way Jesus was treated. Jesus was perfect, and he did so many amazing acts. And you had people who hated him, who wanted him dead. And they made sure he got persecuted, you know. So Jesus is this perfect man. We can't even compare to him because we have so many flaws. But this perfect man was persecuted, lied on, beat, betrayed by people who he broke bread with, and that people who he trusted the most. And you don't think anything is we're supposed to be untouchable? No, it's not going to happen that way. The same way Jesus was betrayed, we'll be betrayed too. And sometimes it'll be by the people who we least expected. It'll be by our closest friends or our closest family members. You're just not expecting it. You know what I'm saying? And what also made it sick was she would smear my name to people that I hadn't even met. Like, for instance, my foster family, I haven't spoken to them in years. They don't know me. They don't know me as an adult. They don't know how I am. They don't know anything about me. You go and you smear my name to them before I even get a chance to for them to even get to know me. Like, you go and it's like a pattern where she does this. She does this to multiple people, and she thinks that I don't know, like, what she's up to. And she has even tried to do it with my fiance, where she has tried to turn him against me. She tried to turn me against him. Like, it's just evil. And she's not the only person. It's some people on his side who has done the same thing, where you're trying to turn somebody against me. You're trying to turn his child, or, you know, with his baby mama and stuff. You're trying to turn his child against me. It's like sick, and you don't even know me. That's crazy. Like, get to know somebody first before you believe what the narcissist is saying. But the good thing that the narcissist has done is that the narcissist have exposed the snakes and the fake people in my life who I would have never known was snakes. Like, one of the girls who I was friends with, I never knew that she didn't like me, or she was an undercover enemy, because she tried to hit on me, like, you know, in that way, and I declined it. That's another thing I'll talk about too, is that these narcissists who you decline, just because you don't want to, you're saying you don't go that way, then they should respect that. Instead, they get mad, they take it to their ego, and they get mad, and they want to run smear campaigns on you and want to lie on your character, just because once again, they didn't get what they wanted. Narcissists can mirror people. They can mirror someone, and they can tell when someone does not like you. They can just feel it. So when they get around these so-called friends and family members who they know deep down inside their heart does not like you, they can mirror that person, and they can get that person to, guess what, go against you very easily. That's how they're able to run this smear campaign. Because I used to think to myself, how are they getting away with this? Like, how are they able to turn so many of my good friends against me? Well, guess what? They were never your friends, because a real friend would not turn against you so easily. This is what a real friend would do, or somebody, a healthy person with dignity. They will look at all sides of the story and then make a decision. They're not going to just take what the narcissist is saying and be like, oh, I don't like her. She's a bad person. She's horrible. Like, no, they're going to be like, you know what, Tana? I'm your friend. I love you. Or I'm your family member. I love you. You know, I've never known you to be this evil person. I've never known you to be this bad person. As far as I know, you've been kind, you've been sweet, you treated me with nothing but respect. You have not shown me any of these characteristics that the narcissist is saying. That's what a healthy person would say. A healthy person and someone who truly loves you would say that. They would be like, you know what? Let me hear your side of the story. This is what she's saying about you. Is any of this stuff true, or can you at least explain to me what's happening? And then I would say, look, the narcissist is manipulative, evil, and she twists things, she does things, she says things to get me to react. Then once she gets my reaction, she flips it around like I'm a bad person. And that's what narcissists do, because they are very manipulative. They know how to flip the script to make you look like a bad person. Like, you don't know how many times that I've gotten out of character for these people, because in my everyday life, I'm not no angry person. Ask the people who aren't narcissists around me, who know me on a personal level, not no Facebook friends, not no people who only see me once or twice and said hi I'm talking about the people who know me, who've been knowing me for years. Ask them about my character. Ask them what type of person that she is. Now, the only negative thing that they'll say is that I cut people off quickly. I used to be one of those people who would give chance after chance after chance after chance. Now that's not who I am, because if you continue to disrespect me, I will cut you out of my life. So if that's what people are saying when they say I'm mean, or oh, she got an attitude, it's because I have zero tolerance for abuse and toxic people. Why? Because I know my worth now. I fell in love with myself. So I don't tolerate a lot of that. I don't tolerate and deal with a lot of the stuff that I used to deal with. Then when the narcissistic people provoke me, when they bully me, I have not mastered not retaliating or not speaking up or saying anything. I'm the type of person where I give you what you give me. So if you disrespect me, I'm going to defend myself, period. Because there were so many years that I didn't defend myself. I didn't have a voice, and I allowed myself to be disrespected. So now I'm not that type of person that just puts up with disrespect easily. So if that's what they're saying, like, oh, she's mean. And another thing too, I'm going to be honest, ever since I've been coming across narcissists and the flying monkeys, the people who jump on the narcissistic side, I've kind of just fell back from people altogether. Like on Facebook, I still communicate with people here and there and check up on people who I know are not narcissists and who have my best interests at heart. But for the most part, I'm kind of like a loner. I kind of stay to myself because I got tired of attracting these type of people. Like, these people are so evil, they will set you up. Baby, that'll be a different story time. But I've even been set up in situations where I could have lost my life. This is very serious. Me and Quentin being bullied at a party that we were invited to. How are you bullying me at a party that you invited me to? It doesn't make sense. And you say you don't like me, you don't like my fiance. Why did you invite us? Narcissists. They don't care as long as they have supply. They will dog you out. They will humiliate you. They will disrespect you. And they won't care. They will not care. They will try to ruin you as a person and then try to make you look like the crazy one. That'll be a different video about gaslighting. They will gaslight and manipulate the situation to make everybody think that you're crazy. This is all in your head. You're schizophrenic. You're just making up stuff. I have plenty of evidence. I have enough evidence to write a book on everything that I've experienced. Nothing that I experience is wrong. The way I'm feeling is not wrong. I have every right to feel how I feel. And I have plenty of evidence that this person has smeared my name. And then, as a matter of fact, the narcissist came out and admitted that she was talking about me behind my back to multiple family members, to multiple so-called friends. I was like, oh, now it makes sense now. This is the reason why when I walk inside of parties, people are looking at me all crazy. I'm picking up on negative energy. They rolling their eyes. Most of these people are people who I don't even know. People who I don't even know, who I've never held a conversation with, just hating me, disliking me, like, because of what the narcissist said. It's a dangerous game out here. You know what I'm saying? I got to be very careful. I got to be protective over my spirit, because I have almost gotten set up by these people, and I don't want to lose my life behind these people, because what they're doing is a dirty game. Smearing my name, smearing my fiance's name, telling people all these lies and stuff like that. Then when he get around another man, what if they get into a fight with each other because he's trying to defend me? You see what I'm saying? You just never know. So the best thing for me is for me to just go no contact, and for me to pray for you from a distance, love you from a distance. But you are playing a dirty game. You know who you are, and it's dangerous, and I don't want no parts of it. So whoever decided to take the side of the narcissist, goodbye, see you never. Because obviously you never liked me to begin with. If you can believe what the narcissist's lies are, if you can believe everything that's being said about me without hearing my side of the story, then you're not worth having in my life. so you can leave with the narcissist and I'm done with you. So if you guys know anybody like this who has spared your name, cut them off, because this is a dirty game. This is life or death. And if it's not somebody, knock on wood, if it's not somebody getting hurt physically, it's basically them trying to destroy you mentally, psychologically. It's very abusive. This is abuse. And the people joining in on it, it's a form of narcissistic abuse. You all are bullies and you all are abusers, and I want nothing else to do with you. And I mean that. The only thing that you'll ever get from me is a prayer. But other than that, I'm done.